What's going on, y'all? My name is Thomas Marr, if you don't already know me. I'm a U.S. Army veteran turned civilian project manager, powerlifting strongman coach. And this is a 53-week series about real, no-cost training plans to help you meet your goals here in 2025. We just closed out week 4. Week 5 is upon us, so let's go ahead and dive right in. Last week, we closed up our foundational macro, our first 4 weeks of the year. We hit some pretty good numbers on bench, deadlift, and squat throughout the week, and we had a killer HIIT day this week as well, with the 60 cal row, 60 box step overs, 60 power cleans, and 60 front squats. If you were able to hang in there and do those, kudos to you. It took me about 30 minutes. I used some of the RX weights, and the boys that can throw those weights around are pretty gnarly. So, but that wrapped up our foundational period. This next 4-week cycle, we're going to be moving into a strength building phase this first week. We're going to keep the volume a little bit higher, but the intensity is going to be a little bit lower, a couple less sets, as we move into our lower rep range, higher weight phase as well. So kicking off week 5, we're going to have our upper strength day. We're going to start out just with barbell bench, just two big sets of 6. We'll want to do these about an RP 8. So use a good weight for you on there, and then we'll move into our first superset. It's going to be pull-ups, just like we have been doing. 3 sets of max reps, supersetted with barbell overhead press at 3 sets of 10. Again, we want to keep the form on these movements tight, especially with overhead press being thrown in now. Definitely want to make sure our shoulders and lats are engaged, make sure we're pressing off of a stable platform, so core engaged, hips tight, everything of that nature. So 3 sets, max reps on pull-ups, 3 sets of 10 on barbell overhead press. We'll be supersetting those. Then moving into our 4th exercise, we'll have chest supported rows, 3 sets of 10. Then right out after that, we'll move right into seated Arnold press for 3 sets of 10 as well, and then into incline dumbbell press at 3 sets of 10. And then we'll close it out with everybody's favorite on a Monday, arms. We'll do a superset just like we have been doing. I've had a lot of good feedback on people doing the French press and Skullcrushers, so we'll keep it as normal with 3 sets of 10 of alternating dumbbell curls, and then French press or Skullcrushers. Those will be supersetted, so we'll move back and forth between those. So that'll wrap up day 1. We'll move into day 2 on Tuesday. That'll be our HIIT day once again. We have 2 options here, so you can pick your poison or you can do both. Our first one is going to be a 20-minute, every 2 minutes on the minute, if that makes sense. So there's going to be 10 rounds. Every 2 minutes you're going to be completing a round. 20 total minutes of work. So every round you're going to be completing 6 alternating dumbbell devil press. So that's basically you're doing a snatch with a burpee. You do the burpee first, and then you come up to the snatch with the dumbbell. Next we'll be doing 6 burpees over dumbbell. So we'll have to make sure that we get both feet over the dumbbell. We're not going around the dumbbell. We're not going in front of the dumbbell. We're going to be jumping over the dumbbell into a burpee, and then going back over and doing another burpee. So 6 alternating dumbbell devil press, 6 burpee over dumbbell, and then we'll do 6 dumbbell squats. You can rack them however you like. I recommend having them right on your neck back here, almost like a back squat. And then right after 6 dumbbell squats, we'll move right into 6 dumbbell step ups. With that, you want to aim to have at least 30 seconds left in that 2-minute round, so that way you can give yourself a little bit of time to breathe. I'll probably use a 40-pound dumbbell, but use a weight that would work best for you. So I'm going to recommend for women 20-pound dumbbell, males 30-pound dumbbell, but use what works for you. Our second option for that day is going to be 6 rounds for time. This is kind of a repeat of last week, but this was a really good workout, and it was kind of low cost when it comes to equipment. So you're going to do 10 calories, whether it's on a bike, rower, ski erg, whatever that may be. I recommend bike here. It'll be 10 cals on a bike. Then we'll move into 8 dumbbell snatches, and then 6 burpee box jump overs with a 30-inch box. So dumbbell snatches, recommended weights for males is going to be 50, females 35. But again, use a weight that works best for you. So that'll wrap up our HIIT day. Moving into our day 3, we're going to have our lower strength day. We're going to have barbell deadlift, just like we normally have. 2 sets of 6, just like you'll see that across bench, deadlift, and squat. But 2 sets of 6 on barbell deadlift, keep that at about RPE 8. And we'll move right into bent over barbell rows for 3x10, just to kind of keep everything on the same platform so we don't have to run all over the gym. Then we'll move into dumbbell alternating step ups, 3x10. This is going to be really good to help keep those hips locked in. Make sure whenever getting to the top, we're getting full extension. I had some people send me a few videos that they're just kind of, lackadaisically bringing their foot up onto the box, kind of extending their leg to about 45 degrees, come back down. Make sure we're standing up at the top of the box. If you can't use a dumbbell, that's fine. Just do body weight, and if you can't do it with a body weight, get something to help support you. So you can grab another barbell or a PVC pipe, or put your hand on the wall or something like that to help you get up. But we want to make sure we're getting that full extension on the box step up. So 3x10 on each leg. Then we'll move into goblet squats, 3x10, and then dumbbell RDLs as well for 3x10. Then we'll have our calf superset again with standing calf raise at a 3x20, tibialis raise at a 3x20. And we'll close this day out with something a little different. We're going to have 50 reps total of toaster bar. If you're not familiar with toaster bar, just shoot me a message. I can shoot you a video of what it is, somebody explaining it. But we'll have 50 total reps. You can break these up however you like, but the goal is to have 50 total reps. If you can't do a total bar, we're going to do leg raises or knee to chest, something that'll work for you. But we want to make sure that we're putting in effort. We don't want to just take a scaled movement just because it's going to be easier. We still want to put in the same amount of effort. So make sure we're picking those wisely. If you need help, shoot me a message and we can talk it through. Day 4 Thursday, that's going to be our steady state day. 30 minutes of steady pace training, whether that's light running, air bike at about 240 watts or better, rowing at a 210 or better. Quick pace, but we don't want to be going all out because we're going to be going for about 30 minutes. So this past week I did an hour, for example. I did 5 minutes on a rower, 5 minutes on a bike, just kind of break up the monotony. But that, you can do it however you like, but you just want to make sure that we're not blasting ourselves out. So we still got one strength day coming up on day 5 on Friday, which is going to be our full body strength day. Again, squat is going to be a 2x6. I've noticed that, working through this training, that we're normally pretty tired when it comes to the end of the week. But everybody seems to be getting a little bit stronger. So just make sure that we're staying locked in, we're staying dialed, staying on top of our nutrition, make sure we're drinking water throughout the day, and you can go into this strength day feeling golden. So squat 2x6, then we'll move into barbell good mornings for a 3x10, and then we'll go back into front squats for a 3x10 as well. Of course, we're going to scale that weight down to something that's a little bit more manageable, but we're still going to be doing front squats. So then we'll move into our next superset. A little bit of arms on a Friday. It's going to be dumbbell hammer curls for a 3x15, followed by push-ups for a 3x20. I felt a really good stimulus whenever I was doing that. Make sure we're doing a little bit closer grip, hands under the shoulders or just outside of shoulder width, whichever's more comfortable for you. So that way we can get that most of that on the tricep back here. So, and we want to make sure we're going chest all the way to the floor. So we'll do that for 3x15, 3x20, hammer curl push-ups. Then we'll move into our kettlebell dumbbell farmer's walk for 3 sets of 30 meters, and then shrugs for 3x15. Make sure we're using a heavy weight because those shrugs, they're going to be pretty tough. So then we'll move into split squat for a 3x12 each leg, just like we have been doing. And then we're going to move into another set of pull-ups. So we're going to do pull-ups for 3 sets of max reps at the end of the week. pull-ups are going to be beneficial for you in anything, whether it's deadlift, bench, squat, getting over a wall, toe to bars, any exercise. Pull-up is going to help you. That is one thing that we really need to get good at. And then we're going to have a challenge as well coming up for Memorial Day to do the Murph as well, and that involves a lot of pull-ups. So that's definitely something we want to work on and get better at. So we're going to incorporate that a couple more times throughout the week. So moving on from that, move into our day 6. It's going to be our active recovery day, 30 to 45 minutes of continuous low impact activity, whether it's walking, swimming, light swimming, rucking with a light pack, around the neighborhood, going for a hike, something like that. But we definitely want to keep moving, especially after a heavy week like this. This is a deload, but it's still going to be a lot of load on top of the previous 4 weeks of training. So that's going to wrap up our week 5 training plan. If you have any questions, you can drop them down in the comments below. Shoot me a message on social media. I'll have those in the description. And that's week 5. By now, you're probably finding your rhythm. Maybe you're still kind of questioning yourself, why am I doing this? You're battling with yourself to try to stay consistent, and that's okay. What matters is that you're here. You're watching this video, you're taking the notes, you're putting the training plan together, you're showing up to the gym, you're doing the work, and you're making progress. Progress, just like we stated at the beginning, isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. It's about sticking with it. It's about putting in the effort to make your tomorrow better. Each week is going to build on the last week. So as we step into this week of training, I want you to focus on one thing. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's effort. Effort is the one thing that you can control, no matter how tough training gets, work gets, life gets, relationships get. Your effort is the only thing that you can control. Whether you're feeling strong or you're just struggling to get through the day, bringing forth the best effort to every single one of these training sessions is how you're going to keep moving forward. There's a Jocko Willink quote that comes to mind, and he said, don't count on motivation, count on discipline. We think about effort, we try to tie that with motivation, and I could put in more work if I just ate a little bit more today, if I felt a little bit better, if work wasn't as hard. Motivation, that comes and goes. But it's going to be about your discipline and your consistency and the amount of effort that will keep you moving forward on this training plan. It will get you to meet your goals, and it's going to keep you moving forward. So this week, we're going to be digging deep. Push past the excuses. Remind yourself why you made the decision to follow this YouTube channel, to watch these videos, to take the notes, to go do the training. Remind yourself why you did that, and why you started. So let's make this week count. Week 5, stay consistent, keep building, and let's go train hard.